Okay, once again, good afternoon. Welcome to the LSU versus Mississippi State game preview here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We will be previewing this week's game, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. That game will be 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, so the game will be on ESPN. We will have preview. We'll have the Coach Ergeron press conference from earlier this afternoon. Just came finished a few minutes ago, and we'll have the preview, and we'll go from there. So if you want to come in, video chat about LSU football only, you can come in through the StreamYard links. We will post those links up there for you. So it looks like we ain't got, we'll just have to send it back to them. So let's see. Oh, darn it. So we're going to go ahead and preview the LSU versus Mississippi State football game. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up for you. Give me a few seconds to send these links out, and then we'll get it ready. So let me go ahead and set that up. Okay, we'll have the Ed Ergeron press conference. Let me go ahead and put that up on the screen.
We're not there yet. We got to continue to stay hungry, continue to work on the things that we identify that we have to fix, and we have to stay hungry this week. This is a very challenging opponent in Mississippi State and a hostile crowd starting SEC play. I want to thank our great Tiger fans. That Tiger walk was exceptional, and the energy that you provide to me and to our team, I want to thank you for it. And our student body, the whole game. You guys are outstanding, and we really appreciate you guys. A couple of things that we worked on last week, and we did improve. Our tempo has gotten better. It's not where it needs to be. We need to continue to improve. Explosive plays, we had 12, which was really good. We improved on our protection. We only had one sack, but we're still not there yet. We're going to be challenged again this week. I thought Max Johnson played a good game. You saw Deion Smith, Jack Bash, and Corey Connor, the same things we've been seeing in camp. They finally got a chance to do it in Tiger Stadium. I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for the whole offense. They improved a lot. On defense, we want to start fast. We want to strike blocks. We want to cause turnovers. We want to put pressure on the quarterback. We did that. We caused 2 turnovers, had a touchdown. I thought we played very good in spots. We still gave up some missed assignments, some deep balls. We have to fix that in a hurry. The things that we're working on this week must improve this week. Continue to improve the tempo. Continue to improve on our run game. I thought Corey Connor made some outstanding runs. Some open holes, some he did on his own. We have to block better. We have to come up with better schemes. And pass protection needs to continue to improve. We're going to be challenged this week. Barnett is a very, very good defensive coordinator. On defense, obviously, the crossing routes, the wheel routes, the pick routes, all the things that we saw last year, we've seen them again on film, and they're very good at it. Special teams, punt return. We're losing a lot of hidden yardage. We got to catch all balls. We got to do a better job of catching the football before it hits the ground. We got to do a better job of holding up guys on the line of scrimmage so our punt returner has room to at least get 10 yards. We're going to work on that hard this year. On Mississippi State, obviously Mike Leach runs the air raid, led by quarterback Will Rogers, 2 outstanding wide receivers in Jaden Bell and Makai Polk. But they're all over the place. They got athletes all over the place. They know how to throw the football. They know how to dissect defenses. They're very good. On defense, I said Zach Cornett, I interviewed him last year. A very talented young coach, runs a 4-2-5, has unusual ways to get to the 3-3 stacks, makes it very challenging in protection. He has a very good defensive line led by Tyrus Sweet and Jaden Crumley. Mississippi State It's going to be a big challenge. Obviously, an SEC team playing in a hostile crowd. Any questions?
And Wisconsin, the advocate, you were, I think, worried about Andre Anthony after the game. What's his status now?
Yeah, I just had a conversation with him. And let me say this about Andre Anthony. What an outstanding Tiger. What an outstanding leader. Now, Coach Andre has been with me since the beginning here. We absolutely love him. He has a season-ending injury. We just discussed it. But it's sad news. It really is, because he's having a good season. He's going to be unavailable this season, but he's going to be with us. He's going to deal with it, and what the next step is for him, we're going to find out.
Hey, Coach, Matt Trent, WBRZ. And I have two quick ones. That same thing. I know Austin Eckler got hurt, but walked off on his own free will. I mean, is he good to go for this week?
Yeah, he's going to be good. He'll be fine. I call him Iron Man. He gets a little injury, he bounces back about 2 plays later. Austin played more snaps than anybody here at LSU. Very tough, very good Tiger.
And another one is, I know Max, after the game on Saturday, said that a huge reason for the passing attack being so successful is Tayshaun Lee moving to the slot.
Right.
I just want to ask what the philosophy leading up to that was, and when you look back at it on film, how did him in that position make everything?
Well, we want to get him the ball quick, and we want to put him on a nickel and see if we can get him the ball up the middle, see if we can get him the ball on the bubble screens, which is the slots closer. It was just different ways to get him the ball in the fly sweep, get him inbound early. But you know what? It ended up opening up the outside for us. I don't think we had planned that, to be honest with you. They singled up those guys on the outside, and those guys on the outside had success.
I was just Josh Sibley with Louisiana Veteran Football. I know in the past you mentioned going with a hot hand. Do the past 2 games for counter translate to more carries?
Say it again.
I know in the past you mentioned going with a hot hand. Did the past 2 games for counter translate to more carries for him?
Oh, sure. We want to get those guys. Monty Goodwin's going to be healthy. Ty Davis is still out starting, but we want to get the ball in our best players' hands. And the more snaps they can get, the better off we will be.
Hey, this is Glenn West from LSU Country. Obviously, just because of the nature of Mississippi State's offense, they're going to put as many receivers out there as they possibly can. I'm just curious as to what the defensive approach might change. Do you guys envision maybe dropping some more guys back to kind of help with the passing game coverage, or how do you kind of envision that going this year?
Well, that's something I can't tell you. It's something, we have a plan. We've been looking at Mississippi State ever since we couldn't stop them last year. And it was embarrassing. I was embarrassed as a coach, and I take full responsibility. So, yes, we have some plans to do some different things, but obviously I can't tell you.
Hey, Sheldon Nichols with the Advocate. With Andre Anthony out, do you expect Alligator to be back this week?
Yeah.
Also, BJ Ojulari. He's got more sacks already than he did in 10 games last year. Where has he made the biggest jump, and what's his biggest strength?
First of all, I got to give Andre Carter the credit. He has come in here as a defensive line coach, brought energy, is coaching those guys. He had 8.5 sacks. He's teaching them some stuff. He's challenged them every day on the little things, showing them how he did things. He's been a great leader, provides a lot of energy. So Andre has done a good job, a great job of coaching those guys. BJ's playing more. He's playing the right end. We're playing more of an attacking style defense. We got him wider. Last year we had him right on the tackle, which is not conducive to making plays in the backfield. We got him 2 foot outside the tackle and rushing every time. So that's helping. Yes, Alligator will be back. And then we moved Mason Smith. We moved Mason Smith to defensive end. So you're going to see a 3-man rotation between Mason, Ali, and BJ Ojulari.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, this is Shay Dixon. I'm sorry if I missed this. Do you expect Jay Ward to be back? And 2, how much is this game, or at least do you think is on the mind of the players who played in that game a year ago, specifically on defense?
Sure.
That a revenge game for them?
Well, I don't know about a revenge game, but we have our antennas up. We know how good they are. And we know when we got in the game, we weren't expecting to get burnt. We got burnt. We just couldn't cover, and we just didn't have the answers. So hopefully this year we do have the answers. I don't think it was our players' fault at all. They just weren't in a good position. They were confused. Hopefully we fix that. And I think Jay Warren's going to play. We'll have to see how the week goes, but we need him. And hopefully he plays this week. We're going to need him.
Hey, Coach, of course, everyone's already asked about the rebounding from the 2021 Mississippi State, but what have you seen specifically that gives you confidence that this game won't be like last year?
Well, I can't tell you that I've seen anything that gives me confidence that it won't be like last year. I'm not going to say that. My antennas are still up. We got a great week of preparation ahead. We have to get better. We still have some misassignments there. We still have some busts. Across the routes have given us a problem. We still have some guys loose in coverage. So those things need to be fixed and fixed in a hurry because I know they're going to find it. So do I believe that we're going to play well? Yes. Do I believe that we're going to get better? Yes, but we still have a lot of things to fix.
Great. And just a second question, a lot of young guys stepped up, not just Corey Kiner. How much do you foresee the young receivers, stepping up and taking more snaps and possibly starting roles going forward?
Yeah, we're going to play them. We'll play them all. We have eight, 9 receivers that catch the ball. And, when you go hurry up and you run more snaps, we're going to need all these guys to play. So, it doesn't matter to me who starts. Guys are going to get snaps. Guys are going to play. Hopefully we can spread the ball around and everybody's happy because we do have a lot of receivers that deserve to catch the ball.
Hey, as Daniel was in New Orleans, a couple of questions, please. Do you think, I know you had a bust it looked like in coverage in the game on Saturday. Do you think for the most part that you have that fixed? And two, how critical is it in this league to win that first game to get off to a good start?
It's very critical. And we have no room for error. And I knew that going into the last game, and it's the same this game. And we're going on the road. We're playing our first SEC game. And do I believe we've solved most of those problems? Yes, I do believe we have different answers. We have different defenses. But you know what? We didn't answer the first challenge. The first challenge against UCLA, we didn't play very good. And we've gotten a little bit better. But there's a lot of things that we have to continue to fix, and we are going to be challenged this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those receivers, obviously Jack Besh, had a huge game. You'll bring him in as a traditional wide receiver after shifting tight end when that position got kind of thin. But does that position almost when what he's doing kind of fit his personality, shifting defensive ends and that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think Jake has done a good job of finding out what he can do. Jack was one of these guys, just like Clyde Edwards on there, Justin Jefferson. He was a 3-star, but we all liked him. And what a great player, man. And he has the heart of a tiger. And he's going to do a lot of great things for us. He brings a lot of energy to our team. He's a winner.
Hey, Coach, good morning. A couple of quick questions for you. Mississippi State is not the biggest stadium in the league, but it seems like they've done a really good job of concentrating that crowd noise, making it a tough place to play. What kind of challenges does that present?
Yeah, we're going to play music all week, and they play. They get those speakers really loud there. Their fans are involved. It's going to be 11 o'clock in the morning. We have to wake our guys up and get going. But yes, it does provide a challenge. They get those cowbells going. It is one of the loudest stadiums we're going to play in.
It's a game-by-game process. You're only focused on Mississippi State. You got that 8 p.m. kickoff against Auburn in Tiger Stadium. If you do well, you come back to that. I mean, the next 2 weeks. I mean, how critical could it be to turn this thing the way you want it to go?
We're taking it 1 week at a time. You're right, but this we're zeroing in on Mississippi State, and more than Mississippi State is about LSU. And continue to fix LSU. There's a sense of urgency to fix this. I know we have good players. I know we have a good staff. We got to continue to put everything together to be the type of team we want to be.
Hey, Coach, I guess going back and looking at the film, I mean, you guys, slid Mason over to defensive end after Andre's injury. I was curious what you guys thought of how he looked in that spot, and just what about his game makes him so unique to be able to move really all across the defense.
Yeah, I think Mason has a chance if you look at a prototypical left defensive end in the NFL. He's a left defensive end. That's where most of the runs go to. And you want a big defensive end to play over a tight end. And he's very athletic to play in space. So I think he has a chance to be a dominant football player there. He shows some things that are very dominant. He's a great inside rusher. He's learning how to play outside. I think he's just scratching the surface.
Yeah, Ron Higgins, Tony Rank. What's the next step of improvement in the evolution from Max Johnson's quarterback?
Yeah, I do believe the hurry up, getting our guys better acquainted to do hurry up more during the game. We still not getting lined up like we want. We still had a delay of game. We didn't call the play in soon enough. He took too much time in the line of scrimmage. Understanding protections, know when to run the ball, know when to step up in the pocket. And I think the biggest thing is locating his receivers and getting rid of the ball quick.
Hey, Ed, this is Michael Cobbler, Channel 2. I had 2 questions as well. You talked about the pass rush. How much of that is the secondary doing their part and maybe giving them that extra beat to get home?
It all works together, no question. We tell them, hey, take away the first choice, we got the second. And a lot of times, the quarterback has not had a lot of times to throw because we have tight coverage. I think we have 2 of the best corners in America. Our coverage is improving, but we still have ways to go. There's still some holes in there. There's still some things to fix.
On the other side of the ball, you said it last week about trying to find the perfect play versus just calling a play with it. Maybe in the last 4 years, it seems like coordinators and coaches are more willing to, throw that 50-50 ball, maybe put the ball at risk. Is that what it takes to succeed in college football and on offense this time of year?
Yeah, you got to take the shots. You got to beat your one-on-ones. You got to have players to beat guys on one-on-one. There was a lot of one-on-one shots, especially on the outside. I thought Baxter threw some great balls. I thought Deion caught some great balls. It's just a combination. But if you can do that, if you can beat your one-on-ones, you got a great shot of making some explosive plays, which we had 12 of them.
Coach, you mentioned that you got obviously the best 2 corners in the nation. Did you think Saturday was Derek Stingley's best tackling game? I know he UCLA, but do you think he really bounced back Saturday?
Yeah, you got to give him credit. Look, UCLA, the first week he practiced with UCLA, he didn't tackle all camp. So, him missing a tackle was not his fault. He's put in a position that he ain't done yet. And in order to tackle, you got to tackle. And Corey's been working with him on tackling. He's healthy. He did a tremendous job. Those tackles he made were great, but that's typical Derek Stingley. That's just a matter of practicing and tackling.
Ed, the early returns on this recruiting class look very good. How good do you think it is?
I really think it's our best class that we've had here. From top to bottom, they're great kids, they're great young men, outstanding players. It's very well balanced. We're going to see, but they are showing right now it's one of the best classes we've recruited since I've been here.
Coach, I heard last week you guys only practiced outside like 4 or 5 times since like the beginning of August. How did that factor in? I know you want to get them out there and get them sweating and in shape. Did that kind of play factor leading into the year?
Yeah, obviously, you think about the 2:30 games that we've had here on the swamp and Auburn have been very hot. Obviously, I've been concerned about that. We have not been challenged yet. We haven't practiced outside like we want to practice. At the time we did practice, it was difficult without tape. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. From what I'm hearing, 11 o'clock Saturday morning, I hope it is, and 8 o'clock on Saturday night, so we should be fine.
Hey, Coach, some of you had mentioned this during post-game Saturday, but just the way Deion emerged, how much did he have to do to earn that playing role, and what's his future looking like?
Oh, yeah, he's going to play more, and perhaps start. We'll see how the week goes. But listen, we got a lot of guys that deserve to play, deserve to start. I think that's a day-by-day process. We do have to get him the ball more. We're not going to stop giving him the football, and he does deserve to play more.
Hey, Coach, I'm kind of curious. You mentioned you're going to be playing music all week to get ready for Mississippi State. What's on
playlist for this week.
Yeah, all those songs they play, all that stuff they play, we got cowbells. Nobody have cowbells, we have one of the. Doug does a great job. Film guy, he backs up his little court with big speakers on it, plays right behind the quarterback. It's kind of fun. Our guys enjoy it.
Coach Chesapeake State with NBC 33 here in Baton Rouge. The warm-ups this weekend, did you feel a different energy, a different vibe from your team?
Yeah, I did. Thank you for those of that. I did. I really did. I felt the Friday night meeting. We had some good meetings on Friday night. I thought our coaches did a good job of getting our guys fired up. They understood that it was time for us to play LSU football, for us to play our identity. We challenged all of us. We challenged ourselves to be at our very best. And this game was about LSU. It wasn't about Central Michigan. And our guys went out and performed at a high level, a lot higher than they did the last 2 weeks, when we still have a lot of room to go. But there was a different energy on our football team.
Coach, Steve Moulton with WZZN. I appreciate the time here today. So last year, the air raid, and I'm trying to remember your exact wording, of just not as prepared as you wanted to be. So tell me about preparing for the air raid since then, and of course, getting up for game week.
Yeah, well, these route concepts that Mississippi State's going to give us, we've been practicing for a while. We have game planned Mississippi State in the summer. We looked at them. Now we looked at them again. We have adjusted certain things for Mississippi State, and we got to see if it works. It's going to be challenged. It's not going to be perfect. But there's no way that we can have the missed assignments that we had last year to be successful.
Coach, listening to you talk, it sounds like you're getting to that good spot where you have too many players that can make plays and just
It's a good problem. You know what? We're going to need them all. As the season goes by, we're going to need them all. And listen, I was at the University of Southern California where Reggie Bush and Matt Lyon and Lindell White was in the backfield. Everybody was happy. So we got to keep everybody happy. Everybody's going to get the ball. And it's about a team. It's not about any individual. That's why we say it's one team, one heartbeat, and everybody going.
Is that a deal where the competition then really takes the team to the next level because now they want it?
That's what we want. And you come to LSU, the biggest competition you should have is on that practice field. And you see it. And the younger guys, we expect them to play. We tell them, older guys understand that we expect you to play, we expect you to compete, and a lot of them will do it. Thank you guys. Go Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
Head Coach Ed Ogeron on this week's Coach O press conference presented by People's Health. Heartbreaking news for Andre Anthony. Of course, the injury going to end his season here in 2020.
So that's the unfortunate fact that Andre Anthony won't be playing. So he won't be playing against Mississippi State. So let's go ahead and let's give you a preview of this game. So let's we'll go pull this down, and we'll give you a I'm gonna run the films. So I'm gonna go ahead and run film on it. So let me get this switched over, and we'll run the films. So I'm gonna take this out. We'll run film on it. Okay, the game against Mississippi State. Once again, this is on 3rd and 1. We'll show you the 3rd and 1 situation. 3rd and 1. They snapped the ball to number 7, and they fumbled the ball. So they had some little issues against Memphis that was absolutely just exposed on the fumble recovery. So that's right there. If you could get fumbles like that, you can slow Mississippi State's offense down in an instant. But if you don't, they're going to continue their drives. So that was on 3rd and 1. So that's the biggest down right there. You got to get them out of their comfort zones. So they got to scoop and score from Mississippi State. So let's go ahead and scroll Let's go ahead and rewind, fast forward it to another play. I'm going to give you another play. Give me 1 second to give you another play, and we'll break that play down. Okay, this is on 3rd and 8. So good reception by Polk right there. So that's one of the wide receivers, Polk. So you have to be careful of him because he will catch the ball in traffic. So that's another guy that could be problematic for the Tiger defense. See how he catches the football? That's 2 defenders right there. He catches that ball right into his hands. So that's why I say you got to cover him schematically. Okay, this is on 3rd and 1. So this is another 3rd and 1 situation. They have one back in the backfield. Let's see what happens on this play. So they'll throw a pass play, and it gets it for about a yard towards the goal line. So nice little pass play right there. So you got to contain those pass plays down and low. This is a run play right here. So he'll get the run play in for the touchdown. So it's on a run. So they got it on the board. So I'm going to rewind it. I'm going to fast forward to another play. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to their offensive plays. So this is on 1st and 10. Mississippi State. Memphis gets the football back. So that's an optimistic football team. So this is on 2nd and 11. Shotgun formation. One back in the backfield. So they're going to Memphis is going to rush 4 down linemen. So they're going to rush 4 right there. So it's 4. So let's see what happens on this play. He will throw it. Nope. Memphis once again got to him. So Memphis, I'm going to tell you, Memphis in that game absolutely got to the Mississippi State quarterback, which is Will Rogers. Okay, Memphis on offense, Mississippi State on defense. This is on 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation, one back in the backfield. Let's see what Memphis does. So Mississippi State, let's go back to that play again. Let's see. So they did have pressure. So Mississippi State definitely had pressure coming into the on 2nd and 10. So that's what happened. So I'm gonna tell you, if you could see like Max Johnson has to be more careful when he gets into that area. They're gonna blitz. They're gonna send their 3 down linemen or 4 down linemen or whatever. I mean, they're going to split their disguise on those screens. So that's what they're going to do. So they'll get the reception out. So it's only that's a 3rd down situation. Okay, Mississippi State back 2 backs in the backfield. Rogers calling for the ball. Let's see what happens on this play. So it looks like Memphis got to him again. That was on 1st and 10. So that was a good defensive penetration by Memphis. Okay, this is on 4th and 1. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Their quarterback, they have one back in the backfield, which is right here. You'll see the back of the backfield. So let's see what happens on this play. So they're going to roll out. This is like a rollout play right here for Memphis. So they're going to throw a pass, and they get it picked right here. So that was a pass that Mississippi State definitely got their hands on. It's that pass. It's that rollout pass. And Mississippi State was up 17-7 in that game. So that was a good defensive play by Mississippi State. But the truth of the matter is, you cannot allow that to happen, because that could be a big momentum boost for Mississippi State. So we can't let them have momentum boosts. Okay, this is on 3rd and goal. They're in their goal line package. One back in the backfield. Let's see what happens on this play. He'll throw it up, and that would be a good defensive play, but it is incomplete. Okay, this is on 4th and goal, Mississippi State. One back in the backfield again. See what happens on this play. This time, low snap right there. And he'll throw into coverage. And Memphis shuts them down on 4th down and 1. Now, 3rd and 1. So they'll go on a pitch out right here. So this is going to be a good penetrational play right here for the Memphis Tigers. Okay, this is on 1st and 10. They have no backs in the backfield. Quarterback calling for the ball. And Mississippi State gets to their quarterback. That's on 1st and 10. So like I said, LSU's offensive line has got to block in this game, because you got to keep Max Johnson out of trouble. Because if Max Johnson gets in trouble, he's going to get sacked. So that's the biggest concern, is the offensive line penetration. Mississippi State getting in there and getting those sacks. Okay, this is on 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation, one back in the backfield. Let's see what happens, what Memphis does. Memphis will throw a pass. And number 4 gets it in the end zone for a touchdown, but it is a flag. So that was a good penetration. That was a good pass play to kind of rev up the so that was a good pass play by Memphis. So Memphis, I'm gonna tell you, Memphis did some pretty good things in that game to definitely spook Mississippi State's defense. So how you doing, Lamario? Hi, good afternoon. We are study. So we are watching the film, so we're going to be breaking down film. So if you want to come in, if you want to stay in for a little bit, that'd be fine.
Okay.
All right. We're going to break down the plays, what happened in this Mississippi State game. We are previewing LSU versus Mississippi State this week. So I'm going to be previewing, breaking down film. Okay, this is on, once again, 1st and 10. Memphis has a back in the backfield. Mississippi State's got 3 on the line, so it's a 3 down linemen's. And then everybody's back waiting for a pass or a run. They're expecting to pass these guys in this area right here. So let's see what happens on this play. This is on 1st and 10. We'll be pausing it periodically. This is a run right here, run play. So they'll run it around the right side. And number 22 gets a big gain going north to south against the Mississippi State defense. So it's the biggest concern. 17-14. This is on 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield for Mississippi State. Rogers back at quarterback. So we'll see what happens on this play. So he'll hand the ball off. And this is what we're looking at right here. These are the penetrations by their offensive line. So their offensive line is working aggressively to open up those holes. So that's another run play right there. So it's a flag, so they'll back them up. Okay, this is on this State's on defense. This is on 1st and 10. Wide receivers. So this is like 4 wide receivers to your left. So this is like a looks like a formation that they're going to use against. Let's see what happens here on this play. So they had one pressure coming in. He throws a nice little dump off, so he gets some of the yards on that play. So it was a 25-yard score. So they go up 20-17. That's with 7:48 remaining in the game. So they definitely came back in this game to beat them 31-29. So we'll once again, this is on 3rd and 6. Memphis is in their defensive plays. So one back in the backfield. So this is on 3rd and 6. Quarterback calling for the ball. Let's see what happens on this play. He'll drop back. Yep. So right there, he has a good opening right there. Let's see what he has. And he throws, so it's an incomplete pass. So it's a good defensive effort by Memphis. So that was on 3rd and 6. Okay, this is a punt formation situation for them. Punt. So they'll so this is just one of their special team plays right here for Mississippi State. So they'll go in there and make those plays right there. So that's a definite good play. So this is what LSU has to avoid if they're going to punt. Is getting those balls down at for a little to less field position.
LSU needs to avoid that at all cost.
Yes, they have to avoid that because that's field position. Because if you lose your field position, looks
if
like
if you lose your field position, that's not good for.
No, that's not good. That's not good at all. You can't lose your field position because you're going to be starting. Say, for instance, that ball goes at the 5, so you'll be starting at the 5. If you have to have a good field position and a good return. So we're going to be doing these plays. So let me continue. But Memphis goes down the sideline for the score, and we'll break down the stats in just a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So this was a play right here. This is the crazy play right here. This is the run right here by number 4. He just takes it. They got to slow him down. So Memphis right here just got that score. So let's go ahead and fast forward this. I'm going to fast forward this to another play that I'm going to give you. So I'm going to put this play in, give you another fast forward play. So you're going to, okay, this is on 1st and 10. Once again, 4 down linemen for Memphis. This is on 1st and 10, so they're running a 4 down package. So let's see what happens on this play. I'll hand the ball off to 23. 23, I'm going to tell you, this is another guy we have to contain if we're going to get off the field on 3rd down, 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down. Okay, this is on 1st and goal. We're going to run it by you. One back in the backfield, and then you got your wide receivers spread out. So this is one of their plays they're going to be using. So they'll throw a nice little pass play right into the gut of the Memphis defense. So they did score on that play. So it was 20. We do this every single Monday throughout the football season. Like I said, if you want to come in during the football season and like I said, you want to come in on it, that's fine. We do that for the Saints as well. So field goal. This is on 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Will Rogers will throw a pass, and he'll throw it to his wide receiver. So that's number 4. One of their wide receivers. So this is a very good wide receiver, this young man right here.
LSU needs to stop that. Needs to worry about that.
Stop those pass plays from occurring. Because if you let Will Rogers throw downfield, he's going to get those guys every single time.
And LSU needs to worry about that. They gotta.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, see this pass play right here? This is a big gain right here. That would have been from 60 yards. That would have been a big gain. So that's Polk. That's number 10. That's one of their. So we'll go through those. We'll go through the box scores. Okay, once again, that's the concludes the film study. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give you last week's. We're going to recap last week's game. So I'm going to switch it to the box score, and I'll give you what happened in the game. So we'll show you what happened. So let me get that set up. Okay, we're going to go through the box scores. Okay, the box score is right on my screen. Okay, let's go through the box score. Okay, let's give you the scoring plays from last week. Memphis did score. That was in the first quarter. That was on a fumble recovery. And then Memphis scored on a 17-play, 54-yard drive. Made it 7-3 Memphis. Because Memphis, this is a very Fallujah American Conference team versus a Southeastern Conference team. So let's go ahead and give you the other plays. Mississippi State did score on a 10-play, 75-yard drive. That was in the second quarter. And then State scored again. That was on a 9-play, 81-yard drive, made it 17-7. And then Memphis's Calvin Austin had a 21-yard pass play for a touchdown. Took 12 plays, 98 yards. It was 17-14. And then Austin scored once again. That was in the fourth quarter. 4 plays, 36 yards. And then Memphis had a 94-yard punt return for a touchdown. And then Mississippi State, Malik Heap had a 9-yard catch from Will Rogers. It took 6 plays, 57 yards. It was 28-23. And then Memphis scored on a 51-yard field goal. That was on 4 plays and 4 yards. And then Malik Polk had a 36-yard touchdown that was on 2 plays. It took 2 plays for Mississippi State to score. So that's one thing about it. So they're going to score whenever they can. So we'll give you the so 31-29 was your final score. Memphis defeating Mississippi State. So let's give you go into the team stats. Okay, team stats. Mississippi State had 26 first downs, but they should have won that game. They had 6 on runs, 18 on passes, and then Memphis had 6 on passes and 5 on runs. So they only had 12 first downs in the game for Memphis. So they should have won the game on the spot. Now the running game was they had 49 yards. That's on 16 carries. So they could run a little bit more in games. Now this was a 3.1 average on both of these teams right there. They can average those out. Now the passing game, so this is what they did. They went 50 of 67, 419 yards in the game. So they were definitely throwing the football against the Memphis defense. That was on so they threw the ball 67 times and ran the ball only 16 times in the game. Now, on total yards of offense, they had 468. That was on 83 plays. So that was eventually runs, pass, run, pass, run, pass, run, pass. So that's the biggest thing. Now, we're looking at these now the penalties, this was their downfall. 9 penalties for 64 yards. Now, you know in games like that, if you have penalties over 10 yards, you're not winning games, many. Absolutely not winning many games. They had 5 points for 211 yards. Now, let's go over the downs of the distance. This on third down, they went 9 for 17. Memphis went 2 for 12. They out ran them in those stats. So that was a pretty consistent number when it comes down to it. So these are your stat numbers. We'll give you the stats on Will Rogers. Will Rogers had 2 sacks in the game. He had 50 of 67 passing. So I'm going to tell you, this young man can pass the football without no ejections. Now, Mississippi State's running backs, Dilton Johnson had 7 carries, 49 yards. He only averaged 7.0. J.J. Jurgenhan had 2 carries, 5 yards. Jaquavius Johnson had 4 carries for 1 yard. So now Will Rogers had 3 for about 6 yards. So he didn't ran it -6. Now the Memphis guys, they had some pretty good yardage as well. Now the wide receivers, Polk was the leading catcher. He had 11 catches for 136. Heath had 9 catches for 88. Waller had 5 catches. So your main guys is Polk and Heath. So that's the 2 guys that LSU has to stop in games. So, and we'll give you a drive chart. Let's give you the drive charts. Okay, the drive chart began with fumble that was on 5 plays and 21 yards. And then they had the punt that was on 3 plays at -6. They went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. So that was on 6 plays and 12 yards. Now, the 4 punts, this was on 8 plays and 22 yards, 9 plays, 52 yards, and 3 plays and 1 yard. So that was their drive summary. That's how they had their drives in the games. So I look at it this way. This is going to be a very tough game for LSU to overcome. Because if you're going over to Starkville, you're going to have the fans, and you got to play against the team like Mississippi State. They're going to be tough at home. So they're tough as nails at home. So let's go ahead and give you the matchups. I'm going to go ahead and give you a matchup on the point spread. So let me go ahead and get those up on the screen. So we're going to go through the point spreads, and I'll break it down for you. So let me put this in. Okay, these are the point spreads for Mississippi State LSU. These are your lines going into this game. Okay, Monday was 3 points, so it's a 3-point line for LSU to win this game. Mississippi State is a 3-point underdog at bet 365. It went down to 2 on Monday, so they had FanDuel gives them 2 points, so it might be a less than a 2-point game or less than a 3-point game when it comes down to it. Now, DraftKings also gives them 2.5 points. This is at almost 11 o'clock Eastern time. Now, PointsBet goes down to 2. Now, the same thing with bet 888 with 2 points. So I say this: if LSU can come out and score, I think they can cover the spread. I think they can cover the spread on an individual basis. So, once again, you have anything to say before we leave today?
If LSU's defense brings pressure on that quarterback, that can help them win a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Because if they don't, that quarterback's going to be throwing all day long. He's be looking for wide receivers. So thanks for coming in, Lamario. We're about to head off. Have a good day. All right, let me go ahead and remove him. Okay, once again, thanks to Lamario for giving his insights on LSU and Mississippi State. Once again, thanks for joining us here for this special edition of LSU Game Preview. We'll be back on tomorrow for Tulane Preview. That will be tomorrow. Most likely at night because I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so we'll be at night. Be on at night. Now later on this evening, we will have the Monday Night Coaches Show. That will be later on this evening, and we'll have Sports Talk. So Monday Night Coaches Show and Sports Talk will be on tonight. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Monday afternoon, and we'll see you later for Monday Night Coaches Show featuring Sean Payton's show. So